All right, everybody. Every once in a while, we get some vehicles that I guess were sold for scrap that just really might have some more life left in it. This one's kind of one of those. Again, you gotta have to be one of them, one of the people that have money, I guess, to have one of these cars. This one here is super clean. I think there's 2 little dents in the whole car. No rust whatsoever. This car is really, really nice. It does have some high mileage, but if you look on the deck lid, it's a diesel. So mileage on diesels usually don't matter too much, at least on the motor. The problem with this car is the transmission. It does not shift. You'll go and drive and it will go in reverse, but it won't shift out of first unless you're like super high up in the RPMs. So that's why the gentleman ended up selling this car. He actually sold 2 Mercedes. That one there is number 1, and that one there is number 2. They're both diesels. This one here is an older one. This is a 300D with a 2.5 turbo. This is a automatic car. This one here, also extremely high mileage on this one. It's like over 300,000 miles on this car. This one here was running and driving when he parked it. He ended up getting another car, which is that one over there. And mice ate some wires and it would not fire back up. So that's why this one is here. When you have too many vehicles, something's got to go. So this is a 93 Mercedes. The seats look amazing, and I don't know if you ever sat in these old Mercedes Benz, but the seats are just fantastically comfortable. Like, they're amazing. They're so comfy to sit in. But this car has 352,000 miles on it, and it still looks, I mean, there's cars that come in here with 40,000 miles that look trashed, and this car is just amazing looking. There's no dents on this body anywhere. The paint is fading. Oh, I lied. There's 2 dings right there in the quarter panel, but that ain't too bad. The paint on this car is fading, which, I mean, for how old it is, that ain't too bad. The lights, these side covers are really bad, sun cracked. Again, that's normal. These never really go bad because they're glass. These always go bad. See all the sun cracks in them? That's normal on them too. I do like this vent. This must be for the turbo diesels. I do like that. Kind of makes it look sporty. But it is a nice car. A really nice car. Now these motors, these 2.5s, they don't really have electronics on them. It's all vacuum on them. So you essentially can put this in, you know, say a truck or whatever, do a swap, and this will run off of, you know, biodiesel and, you know, all that stuff that people are making diesels run on now. Like, oh, what the heck is that stuff? Like food grease or whatever it is now. This is that motor that would run on that. Oh, excuse me. But he said this one ran and drove when he parked it. He just ended up getting another car. But it looks clean. Oil's blacker and black, just like a diesel. You got your, should have a kill switch somewhere in here. On the Mercedes diesels, they always had a kill switch that you'd hit if it ever took off on you. But like I said, this one here does not run right now. We're gonna see if we can't get it to run. You can tell mouse has been eating all of this, so I'm wondering where they started chewing on the wiring at. But we'll look into it. We're gonna try and get this one to run. Someone might be interested in the motor, even with that miles on it. But like I said, this one here is a nice car. The dash ain't even cracked, which is amazing on these old Mercedes. The wood grain, you can forget that. If it sits out in the sun for any amount of time, it cracks. That's what they do, they crack. But this was that other one he sold. This one over here is a 97. It's an E-Series. It's got a turbo diesel in it as well. This one's a really nice straight body on it. Interior is phenomenal as well. There is a little bit of more wear in this one on the seats. And if you hear the dinging, this one fires right up and it runs. Now this one here had 200 and let me see if I can get this thing to pop up. I think it had like 270,000. Yeah, 270,542 miles. The dash is cracked on this one. It's got power seats, memory seats on both sides, automatic air conditioning, which it does not work. Typical Mercedes Benz radios. The knob gets nasty, just like on a Volvo. Gross. Power mirrors, power trunk, power windows, all the windows work. Like I said, it does run, it does drive, the transmission does not like to shift. His mechanic said that there is a plate on top of the transmission that you can replace and it would fix that. He did not want to. And they said it's just too much money in the car so far, so it was sold for scrap. Looks like you got a Mercedes Benz computer system here. Might be for a cell phone, I'm not really sure. This is something that I have not seen before. Might be for a CD player if there's one somewhere in this car. There's a cell phone. Factory phone. Pretty cool. Nothing in the glove box. But I mean, this car runs good. It does have a check engine light. It was sitting for a while. Has a half a tank of fuel. Temp gauge, speedometer. You can hear the turbo spool, so that's always good. Headlight switch, wipers, which work. Actually, I should say wiper because it's only one wiper. You have your cruise control. And that should be about it. At least in here. Purrs like a kitten. I don't know if we're going to inventory this car or not. The body parts are phenomenal on it. The engine runs amazing, but this area where we are located is extremely hard to sell anything off of a Mercedes. Volvos, Mercedes, and Volkswagens and Land Cruisers or Land Rovers are extremely hard to sell anything in this area. I don't know why, but mostly everybody around here that's got those vehicles, you know, they only have them for a couple years and then trade them in. So you don't really sell much parts off of these cars. The car is really too nice to send to the crusher, but I don't know if I should waste my time inventorying it because I know I'm not going to sell much on it. That's the horrible part about my job, because, you know, I don't want to see it get crushed. But what else am I supposed to do with it? Just let it sit there and go bad? I mean, I can't sell it unless it's parts only. Didn't come with a title. So it's just kind of one of them things that just sucks. You know, it's a nice car. He tried selling it, no one wanted it, so he sold it for scrap. It's a shame, but that's part of this business. You know, you gotta take them when they don't want them. But I just want to let you guys see these. You know, not all the time when someone scraps vehicles, you know, it's not junk. They're really nice cars, but you know, what are you gonna do with them? Let them sit in his yard? He'd rather sell them for scrap, which is what he did. So now they're sitting here. But I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate everybody who leaves a comment, you know, and I'm glad everybody likes the videos. You know, there are some people out there that don't like them, but you know, they can always go watch some other videos. But I appreciate everybody who does, and I'll keep doing the videos as long as you guys keep liking them. Appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.